Imagine walking into a dimly lit thrift store, shadows casting eerie shapes on the walls. The air is thick with the scent of old books and forgotten memories. As you walk through the aisles, a chill runs down your spine. Each step echoes softly, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The flickering fluorescent lights above cast an unsettling glow, making the shadows dance in a ghostly ballet. Suddenly, you spot a pair of old, worn-out shoes that seem to call out to you. They are unlike anything you've seen before, with scuffed leather and frayed laces. The shoes exude an aura of mystery, as if they hold secrets from a bygone era. You can't resist picking them up, feeling the weight of their history in your hands. The leather is cool to the touch, and you can almost hear the whispers of the past. You think to yourself, these have a story. Who wore these shoes? Where have they been? The questions swirl in your mind, and you feel an inexplicable connection to them. The shoes seem to pulse with a life of their own, and you can almost see fleeting images of their previous owner in your mind's eye. But what you don't realize is that story might just take over your own. What happened next would change everything. As you walk away with the shoes in hand, you feel a strange sensation, as if the shoes are guiding you. Little do you know, this simple thrift store discovery is about to lead you on an unexpected journey, one that will blur the lines between past and present, reality and imagination. The air around you seems to thicken, and a sense of foreboding settles in your chest. The shoes have chosen you, and their story is about to unfold in ways you could never have imagined. Now, let's pause here for a moment and delve deeper into a fascinating concept. In spiritual practices, and even in some areas of quantum physics, there's a belief that objects can absorb and carry energy. This idea isn't just a whimsical notion, it has roots in various ancient and modern philosophies. The ancient Greeks, Egyptians, and even modern scientists have touched on it. How something as simple as a pair of shoes can hold onto memories, emotions, maybe even a soul. These cultures believed that objects could serve as vessels for the energies and experiences of those who interacted with them. Research in energy healing tells us that everything we touch leaves an imprint. This imprint is not just physical, but also energetic, creating a lasting connection between the object and the person. When someone is emotionally charged, their vibes can seep into their belongings, sometimes staying there long after they're gone. This phenomenon can be particularly strong with items that were frequently used or held during significant moments in a person's life. I remember walking through a flea market one day, and I felt an inexplicable pull towards an old pair of shoes. They seemed ordinary at first glance, but there was something about them that felt alive. I took the shoes home, feeling an inexplicable connection to them. That night, strange things began to happen. I heard whispers and footsteps, but when I checked, no one was there. The shoes seemed to move on their own, inching closer to my bed. It was as if they were trying to communicate, to share the stories and emotions of their previous owner. Intrigued and a bit unsettled, I decided to wear the shoes to a 70s party thrown by a coworker. That night started off normal, but as I began to mingle and drink, something or more like someone took over me. I was dancing and flirting with complete strangers like never before. I was never the life of the party, but this night I was all in. After waking up the next morning, I was hoping to understand the energy they carried. I felt a profound connection, as if the shoe's essence was still present, guiding me, sharing his story through the energy imprinted on the shoes. Eventually, I placed the shoes on a shelf, treating them with the respect they deserved. They became a reminder of the unseen connections we share with the objects around us and the powerful energies that can linger long after we are gone. The next day, I decided to delve into the enigmatic past of the shoes. I unearthed that they once belonged to a man who vanished under mysterious circumstances. The deeper I dug, the more I realized that these shoes were far from ordinary. They seemed to be steeped in an unsettling history. They harbored a sinister secret. Could I unravel the mystery before it was too late? As the days passed, the hauntings grew more intense. I saw ghostly apparitions drifting through the walls and heard disembodied voices whispering my name in the dead of night. The shoes seemed to have a sinister life of their own, leading me to dark, unfamiliar places. I felt like I was teetering on the edge of madness. Would I be trapped in this nightmarish abyss too? Feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, I seek the help of a renowned paranormal expert, and together, we prepare for a seance, meticulously arranging candles and invoking ancient rituals to communicate with the spirit. The room grows icy cold, and the candles flicker violently, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the spirit manifests, speaking through the expert in a chilling, otherworldly voice, revealing the horrifying truth about the cursed shoes. The former owner met a tragic end on the very night they wore these shoes, at a party eerily similar to this one. I frantically try to pull the shoes from the shelf, but it's as if they're fused to the wood. No matter how hard we pull or tug, the shoes remain firmly in place, almost as if they have a mind of their own. The frustration builds into a fever pitch as they struggle, their fingers trembling and fumbling with the laces. Suddenly, the laces begin to tighten on their own. The more they struggle, the tighter the laces become. It's like they're glued to the wood grain, becoming a part of it. The sensation is eerie, sending shivers down their spine. And as they look in the mirror placed across from the shoes, they don't see their own reflection anymore. Instead, a stranger's face stares back at them, eyes filled with a haunting emptiness that chills them to the bone. The face is unfamiliar, yet there's something disturbingly familiar about it. It's as if the spirit of the shoe's previous owner is now inhabiting their body, taking over their identity with a sinister grin. The spirit revealed that the shoes were cursed, bound to the soul of their owner. To break the curse, I had to perform a dangerous ritual. The instructions were cryptic, involving ancient symbols and rare ingredients. The stakes were high, and failure meant eternal possession, a fate worse than death. As I gathered the necessary items, I felt the presence of the spirit growing stronger, watching my every move with malevolent intent. The air grew colder, and shadows seemed to dance around me, whispering dark secrets. Every creak and whisper sent chills down my spine. Would I survive the ritual and free the spirit? Or would I become the next victim of the cursed shoes, forever trapped in a cycle of possession and despair? With everything meticulously arranged, I began the ritual. The room trembled violently, and the air grew thick with an almost suffocating tension. As I chanted the ancient incantation, the spirit materialized before me, its eyes brimming with a haunting desperation. In a final, heart-pounding moment, the curse was shattered, and the tormented spirit was finally freed. I was left alone in the now eerily silent room, the shoes reduced to nothing more than a pair of old, worn-out footwear. Yet, the chilling memory of that night would haunt me forever. If you liked the story, please be sure to subscribe and come back for more.